Here are my 10 takeaways from the college football playoffs opening weekend. At number 1, 12 teams is too many. I don't even feel like arguing about this. I know a lot of people are going to disagree, and I don't think there's any way they're going to reduce the number of spots. So if you like it, guess what? It's going to stay. But I think it was on full display the last couple nights that there are not 12 teams good enough to win the national title. At number 2, no non-college football playoff team, I'm looking at you, Alabama, has any right to complain at all. There are 12 spots in the playoff. If you did not get a spot, you had a very flawed regular season, and you had no right to make a playoff game. I'm tired of seeing these guys complain that are on the outside looking in. Coming in at number 3, Ohio State is a terrifying opponent right now. People expected them to come out flat, come out looking dejected, but instead, they came out playing like a team that's got nothing to lose, and that is terrifying with a team with their talent. Coming in at number 4, bowl games used to matter. There's like an online narrative going on right now where people are saying bowl games have always been like this and they've never mattered. And that's just not true. That's revisionist history. Bowl games used to really matter. Go back to 2013, 1 year before the 4-team playoff era. Everybody was invested. The term bowl opt-out didn't exist. Coaches weren't leaving their teams before bowl games. It was truly a reward at the end of your season, and it mattered across the country. Coming in at number 5, with a run game, Texas is going to win the national title this year. They ran for nearly 300 yards versus Clemson on the ground and were just dominant. It has been something they struggled with. They struggled with it when they lost to Georgia twice. If they can have this type of success running the football, there's nothing that's going to stop them. Coming in at number 6, the new college football playoff will change the perception of second-tier contenders. I'm talking about the Notre Dames and Penn States that have built a reputation of chokers or teams that aren't very good, and mid is the word that gets thrown around. But the more we see them blow out teams in these first-round games, which I think, especially with these two programs, we're going to continue to see, the more I think people's mentalities are going to start to shift and say, oh, wow, there's really levels to this stuff. Coming in at number 7, Clemson using the portal and mainly Dabo using the portal has major implications. Landing the number 1 defensive lineman, they've got like a top 15 portal class right now. That is something that is dangerous because Clemson can quickly turn back into the monster they once were. Coming in at number 8, the Beavs are on absolute fire right now. I know the big news that made headlines was Malik Murphy committing to Oregon State, but they landed multiple other 4-stars in the portal, and a team that was cast aside is currently out recruiting and out transfer portaling many power conference teams. Coming in at number 9, USC football is in danger. There's stuff happening with the Trojans right now that simply should not be happening in a transfer portal and NIL era. They've got players hitting the portal by the boatload right now, and it's just a really confusing time. How is USC football stooping to this level? Coming in at number 10, time to buckle up, Florida fans. You get the win over Tulane. It feels good. 8 wins on the season. Look to next season. Yeah, you play Georgia. You play Ole Miss. You play Tennessee. You play Texas A&M. You play Texas. You play Miami. You play LSU. There are a murderer's row of opponents on 2025 schedule as